IEBC selection panel has said very well that these 6 were left out. And therefore it is necessary.
Why in the first place?
Yes. Now,
why in the first place?
If there was any malice or someone's intention to insert the 6, why were those 6 why did they not appear in the final list? Why were they not selected, all the 6? Okay?
But at least one. Maybe.
But the 6 was to cover that one.
I mean,
yes,
that's very interesting.
Yes,
because there's a lot of doubts on that. Okay,
because there's no way they could cite one name.
Yes,
and that's why the 6 were brought in.
That one was incorporated, is qualified. It is not that it was anyone wanted to rig him in. Why should you feel? You see, you are also destroying his image even before he starts his work. Okay. He is an honest person.
Of course.
He
passes through a window, not through the door.
Okay. And therefore, we should not try and jeopardize before even he starts to work. We should give him a room. He may be one of the best IEBC commissioners.
Are you saying that issue should not be scrutinized further?
If there is any anomaly, then let it be scrutinized. It can even be brought to Parliament. Yes.
The issue is, and I raised the concern, and this is a concern shared by many people, that there's very little time. But is time constraints enough for us to say, let's not ask many questions, let's just move on fast? Should that be the way we approach this? Bwana Gakuya.
In fact, Idimori, whether we are time-barred or not, we cannot push large things so that actually we are seen to have complied. We comply, but there is no way that you can push the scrutiny to go on haphazard manner because we are late. Because this country was not migrated, that actually it has come back. We were here, and the delays, we know them, and we cannot stand here to say what were the delays, but the delays were there. But we must make sure that the process is seen free and fair to the end. And remember, Idimuri, in this particular issue of IBC, it means life and death. Because this is where, critically, you have what we call people's confidence. Because Kenyans wakes up every single election to vote somebody in. And they want to believe that after they do their work, the overturn comes at the IBC level, not at the voting level. And therefore, they need that confidence that are we still going to see another orchestration like Kivuito's during his tenure? Are we going to witness another saga like the one we witnessed in last election, where 4 commissioners separated themselves from the rest of the three? Or are we, where are we? Kenyans want to see a free and fair process. And that's why the question comes. Where is this Noor coming from? Why is he coming through the window? Because who can convince Kenyans that the 6 were left? How are they left? How can
to avoid?
How can you gazette a list of a list of members, leaving out 6 number? How? What an anomaly is that? If it was one name, one can understand. How can you leave? It's not, how?
To avoid rumors, there are questions which the oppositions need to ask. 1, are there any illegalities at any stage in the IEBC selection process? If there were, who among these people, including my senior Gakuya here, went to court to say there is an illegality here? Someone has found himself illegally in the list, and it is illegal. Why should they wait when the process is over and they start crying, tarnishing the name of a very clean process, which has come up to the end? And they are doing it right at the tail end of the process. What will help them? When there were legal process at any stage, the IEBC selection process did not take one day. It took some time that will enable someone to say, there is a fault here, fault line we've seen, let us go to the courts of law, stop until we get some light before we proceed.
Do you think that they could still use that route at this
They
point?
can be able to do that.
Do you feel that it's an intention to, in a way, delay the process of reconstituting the IEBC?
Yes, from what my senior here is talking, he has an intention to delay the process because they have seen the defeat.
Right.
Yes.
In the first and foremost, let us agree, Idimoli, that we would not want to see